on the screen now?
All right, Tisibulise Sinamkele once more again on our Facebook page and to our Facebook family. We say hello, hello, hello. And namhlanje andiyambi ndedwa. Two gorgeous ladies all the way from East London. And I mean, we are international, and we're talking everything, living abroad. We're talking everything, motherhood. We're talking everything, modeling. And namhlanje, on your screens, you're definitely seeing Miss K together with a young, gorgeous mom, Muzianda, and also a superstar who is making waves with runways. That is Linani Potwana. But I don't just want to greet you and saying, some random people. I want to say, ni hao. Molweni Betuna, Molweni. I don't know if I might have lost them. Can you guys hear me? All right. I can hear you now.
The connection is so bad. I think it's on my side. Can you hear us?
No, but we're perfect this side. We actually can hear you.
Okay, now
we can see you as well.
I tried to change to my data, not the Wi-Fi. Okay, I think we're okay now.
All right, so let's give that a try once more again. I want to say ni hao.
Ni hao, Miss K.
Ni hao ma.
Ni hao ma, Nini. Ni hao ma. 我好 Miss K. Ni hao ma.
我很好.
I need to clap for her.
Good morning, guys.
Why am I
Ingathi ndimwezile uLinani. Good morning, sis. How are you doing this morning?
It's so. What does that mean, Lindo?
It's very good. No, because she's very good.
She's very good.
Thank you so much. I'm ready to go and live abroad as well. I am ready to go and live abroad as well.
I'm laughing at you because when you're speaking Chinese, you look so cute when you're speaking it.
Oh, thank you so much, Mama. Otherwise, ninjani namhlanje ekseni. We are waking up in South Africa and it's exactly 22 minutes after the hour of 10 o'clock. Ngubani ixesha kwelo cala masiqale up?
16:22.
It's 22 minutes after 4. So it's 4 o'clock kwelo cala and it's 10 o'clock in South Africa. Ndiyanamkela mani and ndifuna nonibulisa from apho nihleli khoyo. Ninjani namhlanje? I'm very well, thank you, Sisi. I'm very well, thank you. I think we didn't lie when we said this is a superstar. This is a superstar. And I know, probably maybe a lot of people have not heard about who Linani is and who Zianda is. But namhlanje, we are about to introduce you to the world, man. And to the rest of the people that don't know who Linani is. It's giving superstar. It's giving superstar. Sisi, masiqale ngokuyazi into yobana uZiyanda, we now know that she's from East London, but asimazi ncam uba really who is uZiyanda, and we know also too uba she's a mom to uLinani. But can you just let us in kancinci on who Ziyanda is?
Okay, so who is Ziyanda? I'm number one. Okay, so yes, I am Linani's mom. I am a 29-year-old single mom that's currently living in China.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm not single. Okay.
You're not single.
Okay, Lily. So I grew up in Tanzania, kwa 14, still in Kailam, this is in Tanzania, kwa 14. I used to go to a West Bank high school and primary. I've been in the same school since primary to high school. Yeah. And uLinani is actually me. So if you did not grow up with me and you're still wondering, like, "Hi, this is me. I was like this." Everything about Linani, it's like I gave birth to myself. Everything that Linani does, my mom will just go back and say, Yazi, unkumbuze mine kwakuthe. And recently there was a girl Uyanga that also said on TikTok, Ubana, Zianda, can you see that this is actually you? Like, this is the life that you were manifesting when you were young, and you're actually living that. So I grew up liking things, landing up horse. Yo, I liked things so much. And I grew up in a house of umamamu, tatamu, and my brother. I am the last born. I have an older brother, Pamkwamo. And yeah, what else about me, nah?
You have white teeth.
I have white teeth, yes.
Listen, Linani is doing the job right now. Because at this point, it feels like our was Taylor, and you do have a spokesperson. But man, I think we appreciate, seeing young women who are growing up to be abantu abafana nawe, who resemble strength, who resemble, independence. Because more than anything, it's courage for me. Because the mere fact of thinking that you went on and started an entire life abroad was bizarre for me. I know a lot of people now do that, they go teach abroad and so on and so forth. But it was not the fact that you just went there, but you went there to start a life with your daughter. I want to know, prior to you leaving South Africa and actually going abroad, what was going on and what then inspired the move from South Africa to you coming there?
Okay, so as I said, I was doing my high school in West Bank. After I matriculated, I took a gap year. So for 1 year, I was just working a mall. Some people might know me from Kwa 6 mall, EDD. Worked there, and then after that, went to Nelson Mandela University, got my degree. After doing my degree, I was like, okay, a degree at that time was, they were telling you, no, you need honors. Like, if you need honors, then you're gonna get a good job. So I was like, okay, let me do this. I got my honors in anthropology. I studied anthropology. I love culture. I think that's one of the things that got me to like adjust easily in China, because I studied about cultures. So it's very easy for me to understand different cultures, how to like mize certain things. Like, I get a lot of comments of, you're a Chinese racism, and I mize those things because I studied that. Like, I know how other people like react, how other people behave based on their cultures. So I get to understand them. So after I finished my honors, I fell pregnant. Not after, before I finished my honors, I got pregnant with Linani. And after giving birth, obviously now I had to provide for this little baby. I started being independent at a very young age. We started having those things of being a promoter, working part-time jobs when we were in high school. So I was already used to money. So in varsity, I was already doing those things. So after I had my baby, I was like, okay, it's time to get a better job. So I looked for a job on Gumtree. When I looked on Gumtree, I found Inde Tubana teaching English. I was like, Aibo, English, come on, I can do that. So I went to go, I applied, and then I went on the interview. When I got to the interview, it was to write a test, and then you need a degree. I was like, okay, I've got all of this. I took the test. After a few days, I got called back. They're like, okay, you're going for training. So I was working as an English teacher online at Pangaea. Pangaea in Port Elizabeth. If someone is interested, you can search it. It's in Port Elizabeth. So I got my TEFL certificate from them. Now, as I was working there, people were leaving. And I'm like, hey, bo, abantu why behamba? Because imali mnandi apha, like there was a lot of money. And I was like, why are people leaving? People started talking about moving abroad to teach English. And I enjoyed teaching so much. And I think when I was choosing what I wanted to study, I forgot about I love teaching. Because I loved being a teacher. ndendiqhela utitsha into zothambisa endlini ndibabhalisa itest i-roll on yayingumntu kum ndiyititshe isi-student. I don't know how it slipped my mind when I was looking for what I want to study when I went to varsity, but I guess when the universe wants something to catch up with you, it will, because I found myself being here doing it now. So as people were leaving, I found out that one of my friends was also in Beijing, teaching English, and then one of my cousins was also this side, so they had like 1 year doing this. So I was like, oh, okay, let me get some information from them. Got the information, they shared everything, and then I was like, no, man, let me do this, because it was very hard finding a job. I don't want to lie. Even with what I studied, anthropology, you become mediators in companies. It was very hard getting that. Like, you needed to know someone that knew someone that can put you in. And I didn't know anyone. So I was like, okay, let me just find something that can give me money and supply me with the life that I want. After that, I applied, got the job this side, and Linani was 1 at that time. It was a very hard decision. I don't want to lie. Imagine umntana na-1 engekahambi usanxiba inapukeni, and I had to take this decision of leaving her. But I knew that I was going to pave the life that we are currently living. So I was like, 100%. No, let me go. My mom, if you're watching this, I'm happy I didn't listen to my mom. My mom was like, no, are we up? Apply as Yanda. Apply, Miss K. I said nothing. I never got even an interview. In South Africa. Never. So I came back from varsity after graduating Zamo. I went to DMC. Do you know DMC? It's a call center.
Yes.
Oh, Miss K, I went to DMC. I worked in the call center to fund myself for the journey, because it is an expensive journey. I don't want to lie. Like, you must have like 15K for you to come and survive here. You must have 15K for the flights. So there's a lot of things, the documents and everything. So I funded myself for 4 months, worked at DMC, got the money. I just got the job.
Jonga, andifuna ungayithethi into yobana we do have uNosipho Potwana who's saying Nosipho Potwana is watching, as well as Atiz Potwana is here, and also Amanda Uti bana, oh, a lovely family, and we are here to support as well. And utshilo ke umother into yobana ulapha uthi Atiz ke into yobana i-cosmetics zethu zazilahleka awukazibuyisi futhi. Speaking of,
I used to have a class.
And also, speaking of anthropology, I'm also an Nelson Mandela University alumni. I want to know, just for interest's sake, were you taught by Miss Kritika?
No.
Okay. Okay, that's cool. Ndiyafuna ke uyazi nento yobana now you've spoken to us about some of the reasons why you went abroad and actually started an entire life kolocala while you had a little baby, of which some of the circumstances are employment ibingekho, and to be honest, till this day, in actual fact, recently it was being announced into yobana yonyukile unemployment in South Africa. So I mean, there's so many opportunities. I think you've opened that eye. No, man, I need of us being scared of doing things that are outside of our comfort zone, because perhaps even for you, it was not the most comfortable thing to do, to move abroad. Worst case, ushia umdana ngasemva, you know. But I mean, kudos to you and your courage for doing that, because right now you are living your best life abroad as a young woman. And also we do have Wakona who's saying hi Zia and Lini, so proud of you. And also Poneli, oh ndiyamthanda ke sana uZia. I know her through Mihlali Ntsabo. Apparently they were studying together in West Bank. We're sitting together in
Your
West Bank. So
backpack.
I think you inspire a lot of us, man, to continue looking for opportunities. And Ababangeko inspired. It's just an eye opener to say that no, man, don't be scared, don't be afraid. You don't know what that move may do for you, because literally I was thinking on Friday, but it takes that one moment to change your life for forever, be it for the good or for the worst case scenario. Now that we've spoken and gotten to know Uzianda and who she is and what she does and all of that, sirighting guy. Now we move on to the star of we move on to the star of the show. We move on to the star of the show.
It's your turn,
Please let her shine. Let this be her runway this morning. So we know her to be a 6-year-old. She's a fashion model who's definitely making waves in China, okay? And she started her career at an age of 4. What? That's crazy even. She's worked with big brands like your Shein, your Dior, your Fila, and Lucky 7. And she's definitely walked these stages that are prestigious like Beijing, Shanghai, fashion weeks. And she's now gearing up for one of the biggest, fashion shows, which is a Little Mr. and Miss Africa pageant. In fact, pageant. It's not even a fashion show, but it's a pageant. And she's representing South Africa. Her name is Linani Potwana. Please give her a round of applause. Good morning, Mama. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing good.
We are very well, thank you. Now, we know that you are a model. Tell us, where do you even get the confidence to, walk in the midst of stages, where there's a lot of people watching you? Where does that come from?
Well, it comes from my heart, because sometimes I'm scared, sometimes I'm not. But sometimes I try to hide it, and sometimes it's hard. But sometimes I just think about my family and think about how about them, what are they gonna do? I need to do this for my family, not me, not anyone else, just my family. Because my family is the only one that was there for me when I really needed them.
Oh,
okay, that's deep. Okay, that's deep.
One thing I noticed about Linani, she has got such a big heart. Number one, ne? I think I've noticed, and I couldn't help but notice how smart you are, how brilliant you are. Whether it's in fact in every sphere of your life and in everything that you do, and it's very heartwarming to hear you speak about your family like that. So when exactly did you move to join mom in China?
I
think Sange, we are just emo, because who would have thought such would come from a 7-year-old?
I didn't expect that. Hi, Nini. Thank you, baby.
Not you guys. Moment on, and it's beautiful to see, man. It's beautiful to see. I also want to know, Mama. So now you get into China. Did you have friends there? And how were you able to make friends there and even learn Chinese? Because as old as I am, it was very hard for me to learn. But how were you able to make friends and get to learn Chinese?
Okay, so here in China, something that people don't know, like abantu abaqala sending messages, but ntombazana can't find an iPhone. Guys, China China is massive.
In fact, supplier yethu.
Guys, and your supplier and your run and Kwazi, because I live in the other side. It's like in China, it's just like its own world. And then we are in different countries. In Jalo, China is 100%. Big, guys. So when I arrived, I went to a city that is very small. So they have tier 3, tier 2, and tier 1. So tier 3, mhlambi sathi kuphi? East London. Yes. So
yeah.
I'm sorry, East London, but yeah. So I used to live in East London. Now, Tier 3 is a small city in China whereby you'll find like traditional people, like abantu abangama China nyanyan, like people that maybe have never left China, abamazumto, or you foreigner, they don't speak English, nothing. And I don't want to lie, I think I'm grateful for the experience in Life Manayo because I got to see the real China and I went through everything there. But now I'm not with Linani at that time, right? So that was my first year. I started in a school there. Oh, it was hectic. That was testing. That's where I got tested. Like if you're walking down the streets, a phone is gonna be pulled out and be like, you know, because
oh my gosh,
abakwazi akalombona okay abamazi umuntu onjengo okay, so bazothini, first instinct yabo is to I want to go show my family picture, you know.
They don't even ask. Oh, can I please take a? They just like and then quickly. But Mama, do you know what this Jan to do? Delete that quickly. Delete that. When if someone's taking a photo of me or her, please delete that. But to come back. No, I didn't take anything. Delete that.
No, sometimes you're not in the mood. Like if you ask, I don't have a problem. If they ask, Bana, can we take a picture? Can I take a video? I don't mind. But the stolen one, when I has it, phone and OTK.
Yeah.
No, I understand. So I started in a city like that. Obviously, there I was the first foreigner. Okay, not the first foreigner because there was a foreigner in my school, but I was the first dark-skinned foreigner. So it was a little bit, hard. But I found that there was a city nearby, my city, a king, Okanye. Yeah, my city, a king. So a city near where I lived, and there were other foreigners, Payan. So that's when I started going out, meeting other foreigners, because there was a university, Payan. So there was a lot of South Africans. After that, I moved to Beijing to join my friend. That's when life started. Beijing, guys, coming here with your child, come to Beijing. I don't want to lie. I was a man's dress over. Hi, watini. It was even easy for Linani to adjust because it's in Beijing. Was at Cape Town, was at Jaws, Tier 1.
Yeah.
Pumi East London, got Tier 3. Tier 1, yes, babe, you can go to the bathroom. Beijing is lit. Everything is easy. If you want to go to church, you can go to church. If you want to buy jollof rice, jollof rice. If you want ipapa, ipapa, you know.
So you're the new corner, basically.
Yes. So Upper is more Western, it's more international, and it's much friendlier for foreigners. Not that you're not going to find the other side, but mostly abantu balapha eBeijing hlala rich people, so they know foreigners, the international schools here. Now, speaking Chinese, obviously in that other city, I had to learn because it's Bani.
Yeah.
So my Chinese teachers used to teach me like because I was writing them in Xhosa. Like even the only how ni how, you know, so that I know how to pronounce the word. That's how I started picking up the Chinese. But then I stopped when I got to Beijing. I think I relaxed, can't figure Beijing, because at Beijing, if I'm going to take scene, or driver understands English sometimes, so I don't need to learn. 100%.
So between you and Nani, who actually can speak Chinese better? I feel like Linani is brilliant.
No, Linani. No, Linani is the best. I don't want to lie. I did like the crown in
Lit China, in fact. Lit China and South Africa. But man, I think it's very interesting to see how she's adapted and adjusted to the culture.
It's big.
And speaking about adapter and adjusting, you allowed her to start a journey, only at 4 years. Take us through all of that, because there's a lot of people and not even in a bad way, but who love expressing themselves, because also modeling, I don't want to lie, is a form of expression, one way or the other, you know, putting yourself out there and putting your personality and character out there sometimes. Ufike njani kule point unani, okanye wena, how did you navigate the journey of ukwenza kube possible that she's able to join into ye modeling and be a model and a superstar as she is right now?
Okay, so after I fetched Linani, so I stayed here for 3 years, 2019 up to 2023, because there was COVID. So I couldn't go and fetch Linani. Me moving to Beijing, I had a plan of fetching Linani. Then when I went back to South Africa to pick her up, hey, the personality, it was too big. It was, I was like, and yes. So I had to look for something I tanda as I enjoy, And for me, when I looked at her and saw the things that the things that she was doing, I could see that maybe if we put her with modeling, maybe this is gonna suit her. So we went for a first try.
Oh, okay. And when she fetched me, she took a video and said, "Come modelish." Then the modelish, and then I think she thought, "Oh, she's can fit in modeling. Let me send it up." Dun, 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 dun.
Linani is a person that likes putting a phone there, a vlog, a TV. So I was like, okay, let's start this thing. If you want this, let's do it. So I took her for modeling classes, and a coach that was giving her the trial lesson that time, she was shocked. She was like, no, man,
she's a natural.
I'm like, yeah, she has never. They were like, no, you must put her in, sign up now. In fact, we want to sign her. So I was like, okay, Tatani, guys, do it. So they started training Linani. They started training her, putting her in some fashion shows, which is the first show she walked. I think she had like 2 lessons, and then walk your show your car. That's like your first show that you had. That was a little one, Payana, in the modeling agency.
I started the first one when I was 4. That's when I started to model, and then I became this close to being the famous Linani.
Famous Linani. And then her second show was the Dior one. Now for that one, that's where we saw about because that was a big stage. That was a very big show. It was the Paris Fashion Week children's unit. It was big. That's where we saw, okay, she can do this. She's got the confidence. And then that we took it up from there. It just went up and up, and then the cup just got filled and filled and filled. Yeah.
And at this point, it's safe to say, really, also Zibini multiplied. I mean, in so many forms, And therefore, that we talk about, the Little Miss and Mr. Africa. I want us to talk about the Miss and Mr. Little Africa. Tell us about that, Mommy, and how can we then support, because we know that she is representing South Africa, she is representing Eastern Cape, and more importantly, she is representing East London. Let us in on that.
Yeah, so Linani, after doing all these fashion shows, she started having an interest in the competitions, because here in China, they don't have pageants, but they have competitions. It's like a PK, it's like a challenge. You dress up and you have a challenge with the other person.
Oh, and you need to like be faster. But me and Mommy, we watch it on TikTok and see that, maybe I can do this. But sometimes I don't have the confidence to do it because I'm scared that people could beat me. And Mommy knows that if I lose, I will cry.
Wow. Yes. So that was the problem. So I was like, I think you're still young to do pageants, to do competitions. I don't think you're ready for this. But then she started putting it in. She planted the seed, Ulinan. Man, I said, but I think I'm ready, man. Didn't I know? See, yeah, because it's cool. As a lapid child, said, no, my Mama, I think I can. And then with the South African one, I think because it's in South Africa and it's her people, that's where I got comfortable. I felt like, okay, maybe it's not going to be so much for her. Maybe she will enjoy it. So I was like, okay, for her to test before she does the ones that she wants to do here in China, for her to test, then let me put her in this pageant. So when we saw that one, because we have been looking for a pageant that will be happening in South Africa, and then we finally saw that there is the Little Mr. and Miss Africa. What I like about that pageant is that it is culturally, like it's cultural, because it's like an African pageant, and then you start in South Africa and then you diverse into having the pageant in Africa. So it's not only going to help me in teaching Linani, which with cultural diversity and all the other countries and whatnot, because I'm struggling. I'm in China. The only thing we can teach her is, okay, China, okay, Lona go, there's nothing else. But then with this pageant, I think then she's going to learn about the other countries being part of it. So I really liked that. And also I like to teach Linani about charity, helping the community. And Linani wants what? What do you want? What do you want to do for Abantu?
I want to help poor people and make, even if they make mistakes, or like, let's make an example. Like if he actually, or if he or she accidentally made a person's hair bald
in your salon. Okay,
Yeah.
Linani wants a hair salon, and she wants to employ only people that are struggling, people that don't have homes, people that don't have food. She wants those people. And she says that if something happens to them, like maybe they do someone's hair wrong, she will never punish them. She will always be kind to them.
If they cut a person's hair bald, then I'll still give them a chance. But they will think that I won't give them a chance because some people treat them not okay. But I will find them a home and food.
Oh.
So because of everything that she wants, I was like, okay, this is a great way for her to give back to the community, because she's always had that heart of, oh, mom, I really want to help people that are in need. But we're in China, so the only thing we can do here is just donate clothes and whatnot. Like, she doesn't have the opportunity to be there with the people, sit down with them, listen to the stories, see the impact of what she did for them, maybe.
Oh, and also hear that what did other people treat them? What did other people do to them? Like, what happened? Did you have a mom that abandoned you? I can help with that.
You're gonna make us cry, Nani. You're gonna make us cry, because where is this coming from? I mean, such a heart and so much thoughtfulness and consideration to say that she knows and understands that there are people who are struggling, and they're not just struggling because they happen to find themselves in that position, but surely something happened before it got to the point where maybe they found themselves struggling, you know. Uncle Atis gay Nani is saying, Bana, Muyamdanam, the accent yet. Uncle Atis is saying that you must come back to South Africa so that you can get the South African accent, and then no, man. Otherwise, I think we see the work that you do. And this is for you, Linani, to say that, my baby, there is nothing that you cannot do. I hear that you're saying that sometimes you get scared that you're going to lose and whatnot. I don't think you should really put that in your mind whenever you go into those stages. Know that you are there to do your utmost best, and you are brilliant at what you do. You are amazing at what you do. So if you walk those stages, you must know that people are there to watch you, and it's just your show. Never mind the other contestants and the other people that are there. You must know that that is your show, ne?
Yes, girl. Yes.
Are we on TV?
Okay, radio.
Okay, radio. So, no one can see me.
No, people can see you. They're watching you live. You are live because you can't go to the studio, go Miss K. When you land in East London, also I'm Miss K.
Please. Please and thank you. We want you here. We want you in this studio. So now, for people now, Z, that want to support the little Mr. and Miss Africa and support Unani in her journey and in terms of voting, how can we vote? Where can we vote? What is the process? I just want us to put that out there before we close down the show because time is literally against us.
Okay, guys. So currently, we have to help Linani get to, okay, she's already a finalist, yes, but then they're collecting votes for them to up the rank, for them to up the rank. So every weekend there are weekend specials. You can find the account number on my page because I don't know it off by heart now. I can't say that. Yes, okay. But how do we vote? In everything that is going to be happening and everything that you need to vote for Linani, you will be using the same account number, which is the little Mr. and Miss Africa's account number. You send the amount of the votes that you would like to vote for Linani. So if you want to vote for 200 votes, then you will be sending maybe 200 to the account. So it's just like sending money. So the amount of the votes is the money that you are sending. And that is how we are helping her to up the rank. And then later on, I know that later on, then they're going to start having the votings of the social media's favorite. They're going to have the best picture or whatever, like things that will be posted online. So people, please just stay tuned on her page, on my page. You will get to see how to assist her in this pageant. And then in August, no, by July, we'll be selling tickets. If you would like to come and watch the show, you can come and watch her. And then in August 1st to the 3rd, that is when we are having the big pageant. And hopefully, guys, we are bringing it back.
Where is the show happening?
The show is happening in Johannesburg.
Please, and thank you.
Back. That means Sieza, guys, we are coming.
Yeah. And I think for those maybe who are wondering, her Facebook page is Yanda Sandra Potwana, and Linani's page is Linani_Potwana. So for you to definitely push her and support her, you can send whatever amount which is going to equal to the amount of votes, like Uzi has said in Dobana. If you're sending 200 rand, then that's going to mean that you're sending 200 votes. So the account number is 4104 877 646 4104 877 646, and the reference is Linani Potwana, and I think the bank is ABSA, right? Yes.
The ABSA Bank. Okay, you are on it. Yes. I love it. Yes.
Otherwise, thank you so much, Mami, and thank you, man, for inspiring other young people, young women that are still, trying to find their feet, trying to find where they belong, and trying to place themselves, within the society and within the working world as well. I mean, you've been such a great inspiration, and even to young moms being single or moms that have partners, you are an inspiration to say that. Make sure that you allow your kid to be what they want to be, because
I was about to say that, Miss K. I was about to say that. Guys.
We're in sync.
Certain things, I think when we were growing up, like our personalities, I'm not judging our parents, mama judge, but they didn't. They must value man with our personalities and the talents we had. And even if you are coming from small cities, I want you to not be afraid. Invest in your kids' talent. Guys, not where Linani is, there are times whereby I need to pay for her to be in that space. But it's creating more opportunities for her. I know that if I do pay for this one show, she will get someone that's going to recognize her and invite her to the next one. So do not be afraid to just sacrifice and invest in your child's talent. Guys, these kids are talented.
And times have changed, Z. And we can't blame our parents because, I mean, they parented us the best way they knew how, because their mindset was on career. You need to be a teacher, you need to be a nurse and whatnot. Now times have changed. So this is to our young mothers to say, allow your kid to be what they want to be. Don't box them. Otherwise, thank you so much, Z. Let me let you go and allow you to have a great afternoon further, because I know it's afternoon in that side and it's morning this side still. Thank you so much. Thank you. Otherwise, thank you so much, Mami, for honoring this invite.
See you when we come back.
Please, can't wait. Definitely, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That was Linani Potwana, a young mom who made a brave decision to move abroad and start a new entire life with umntanakhe. And now they are definitely making waves and doing the things that make the post to be done. For you to support Unani, make sure that you go over to both page Zabo, which is Zianda Potwana's page, Zianda Sandra Potwana Facebook page, as well as Linani_Potwana. That's where you're going to find the information pertaining to the Little Miss and Mr. Africa. On that note, it is exactly 11 o'clock and we are closing down the show. Thank you so much for tuning in.
The World Wide Web is our home. #1 hit music station on www